We all knew it was coming. In 2021, there were going to continue to be more video game delays, and it looks like the first PlayStation 5 exclusive of 2021 has been delayed. Maybe I'm wrong about that, maybe I'm forgetting something, but Returnal, yes, it was due out March 19th. Looks like they jumped the gun on that a little bit too quickly because now it has been delayed a little over a month to April 30th. We'll talk about that, the official statement. Also, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X stock shortages are expected to continue into the second half of 2021. That's coming from AMD, so that's a pretty big bummer. And Final Fantasy VII Remake. A lot of rumors about it getting a PlayStation 5 version, maybe some sort of extended edition. We'll see about that, but it could be announced on February 13th. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. First of all, yes, the first major PlayStation 5 exclusive of 2021, I don't really count Destruction All-Star since it will be a plus freebie, but Returnal by Housemarque Studios has been delayed from March 19th until April 30th. So this is a pretty big bummer since, again, this was really starting the wave of what looks to be a pretty stellar year for 2021 if nothing gets delayed. I think at this point we realize that, yeah, given the world state right now, things are still going to continue to get delayed. If you guys don't know, Returnal, Ratchet & Clank, Final Fantasy 16, God of War, and Horizon really round out a stellar year for the PlayStation 5 if all of those games actually come to fruition in 2021. God of War is the one I'm really skeptical about. Final Fantasy 16 to an extent too. But God of War, all we saw was like a CG trailer. No, we didn't even see a CG trailer. We literally got a logo, and apparently that's a 2021 game. Yeah, I'm going to press X to doubt on that one. But as far as Returnal goes, it will be coming April 30th now, originally March 19th. The statement reads, Sony Interactive Entertainment and Housemarque have made the decision to move the release date in order to give the team extra time to continue to polish the game to the level of quality players expect from Housemarque. Now, this is a relative of a bummer. I mean, relatively speaking, it's a little bit of a bummer. I wish you just wouldn't announce release dates, like, a little bit jumping the gun. I mean, the release date was announced, what, just like a month and a half ago? It's COVID times, though, so I'm always going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they were aiming for March 19th, of course, but hey, if development gets slowed down, and again, this is an instance where I really do believe Housemarque is looking at this game as their coming out party to really establish themselves and elevate themselves to the next tier. You don't want to release an unfinished product. You don't want to release a sloppy product. So for them, I think it's an easy decision to make. It's just like, hey, let's delay the game. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, maybe some people will be upset, but it's not like Returnal is getting this enormous amount of buzz. Yeah, if Ratchet & Clank gets delayed, I do think people will be bummed. If God of War gets delayed until 2022, if Horizon gets a significant delay, or FF16, yeah, I think people will be a little bit disappointed, but Returnal is one of those games that has a decent amount of buzz, but I do think that buzz is going to really explode if the game comes out and it's a stellar game, because it's going to have a lot of attention when it does come out as that next major PlayStation 5 exclusive. But I just think a lot of people are right now looking at it as a bit of an unproven commodity. So hey, as an unproven commodity, take your time, make it the best game possible, and hopefully April 30th we'll get a quality product from Housemarque. Now, the issue with Returnal is it's on the PlayStation 5. Many of you don't even have a PlayStation 5, and I've been hoping that you guys would be able to get your hands on a console maybe halfway through the year, somewhere around that ballpark. However, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X stock shortages are expected to continue into the second half of 2021, and that is coming directly from AMD, and I think they would know a thing or two about that, which is a gigantic bummer. Like, we really need to get the stock shortages figured out, something to do about the scalpers. AMD noted, that being said, I think we're getting great support from our manufacturing partners. The industry needs to increase the overall capacity levels, and so we do see some tightness through the first half of the year, but there is added capacity in the second half. So at this point, hopefully by the time the holiday season rolls around, I mean, that's what we're talking about. Holiday season of 2021, stock really getting to a normal level. If you go back to the PlayStation 4, stock wasn't this hard to come by a year after the release. With the Nintendo Wii, it was a little bit different, but in this case, it really comes down to production issues as well as a lot of scalpers. It's a combination of the two, and that has just created a concoction for a horrific marketplace right now for trying to get a PlayStation 5. I mean, we can go and look up PlayStation 5 prices on eBay, and honestly, let's go do that right now so I can be a little bit more depressed. Like, I have a PlayStation 5, and even me, looking at these prices, I get depressed about it because I see the comment section of a lot of people not having it. So yeah, we're looking at $920, literally $1,400 for this PlayStation 5, $79 sold. Oh my god, yeah, I'm done looking at those prices. That's absolutely nasty. Hopefully none of you guys paid those kinds of prices and you guys can get a hookup or something, but everybody that I've talked to in my personal life that has gotten a PlayStation 5, it's always been through some sort of hookup. Like, somebody will know somebody that works at a GameStop or works at XYZ spot. They get a console in, they'll get a text from that person, and then they can get the hookup to buy the PlayStation 5. It's never been, hey, I walked into the store, hey, I went online and I bought the PlayStation 5. Actually, I know one or two people that did that, but for the majority of people, it's always been, I knew X person, they got me the PlayStation 5 or the Series X, and I'm good to go now. But not everybody is gonna have a connection like that, and if you're resorting to spending $1,300 on a console, $900 on a console that's supposed to be $400 or $500, I mean, what are we doing here? That's not the best idea in the world. But even in the case of PC graphics cards and consoles as well, right now the market is just completely horrific and people are spending obscene amounts of money. I literally got a message from a friend of mine wanting to buy a PlayStation 5, and he was just like, dude, should I just drop $900 on a console? And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. Like, what are we supposed to tell these people if they do ask us, should we spend $900 on a PlayStation 5? We can't be like, yo, just wait for the console to come back in stock, because when is that gonna be? How much longer can these people keep waiting? And I think from my standpoint, yeah, it's easy for me to say, dude, the good games are not out yet, or the excellent games are not out yet outside of Demon's Souls Remake. Just wait a little bit longer until it really builds up a robust library. But the people want the consoles, man. They want to play their upgraded games. And who am I to say, yo, don't buy the console, you're dumb if you buy the console? No, I can't really say that. It's just, it'd be better if people, you know, didn't have to pay $900 to $1,300 for a console, but it is what it is at this point. Okay, lastly, I do want to know, Final Fantasy VII Remake for the PlayStation 5 could be announced on February 13th. The Square Enix official Japanese website confirmed that producer Yoshinori Katase will share a new video message during the FF7 Remake Orchestra concert, which will be streamed on February 13th. While the message may not include any announcement, the FF7 Remake release date was confirmed during a concert, and so was Kingdom Hearts 3's release date, and this does line up with a very reliable inside reveal that happened earlier in the month that Final Fantasy VII Remake would be getting a PlayStation 5 upgrade, so all of those things are lining up. Also, bear in mind that that one-year timed exclusivity period for the FF7 Remake is coming up, so the idea could be, hey, let's put the game on PlayStation 5, Series X, and PC, and that is going to be another revenue stream for Square Enix, and I'm sure the game would still sell incredibly well even a year later. Not only on the PlayStation 5, but PC consumers and Xbox consumers, I think they'd be all over the game a year later too, especially if they decide to add a little bit of content. I'm not saying that this is going to be a full segue into Part 2, but it could be something where they do add a little bit here and there to make the purchase a little bit more enticing, and hopefully they do offer some sort of upgradability path for PlayStation 4 owners. That would be ideal, but we'll see how that ultimately turns out. That's going to wrap up this video. Again, Returnal seeing an unfortunate delay until April 30th. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X stock seems to still going to be a little bit of an S show, an FF7 Remake. Hopefully that sees an announcement on PS5, Series X, and PC relatively soon. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.